We got some big spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. I'm super excited for the episodes this week because we have a huge return this week with Charlie Weber and Taylor's back in the fold. Let's get into it. Monday picks up right where Friday left off with Ridge trying to manage the fallout from telling Brooke no on the co-CEO position. And the spoiler photo of Brooke looking disappointed at Ridge is doing everything because this is not angry Brooke yet. This is hurt Brooke. Disappointed Brooke. I am genuinely curious how long this tension between Ridge and Brooke sustains itself because their marriage has survived so much, but this particular wound is different. Also on Monday, Dylan asks Remy to respect her wishes, which flows directly from that confrontation in the preview where Dylan told him to stay away from all of us. So Monday is the more formal version of that conversation. And then Steffi is blindsided by something on Monday. Two possibilities here, and honestly both are interesting. Either Zende has finally said what he said to Carter directly to Steffi's face, which would be a genuinely important confrontation that Steffi needs to have, or Charlie's return is the blind side. Because that spoiler photo of Charlie back at Forrester talking to Steffi and Finn and Hayes and Elektra is not something anyone saw coming. Tuesday is the day the dominoes actually start falling, and I have been dreading and anticipating this in equal measure. Zende reaches an agreement about his future at Forrester Creations. And the fact that it is described as an agreement rather than a resolution or a decision tells me this was a negotiation. Zende went in with demands, or at least with his frustration fully on the table, and something got worked out. Taylor gets a new understanding about Brooke on Tuesday, and this one is interesting. Did Steffi tell Taylor about the co-CEO situation? Because that would be very on brand for Steffi. Finding an ally in her mother who also has complicated feelings about Brooke's presence in Ridge's life. Taylor finding out Brooke has been angling for more power at Forrester is going to produce a very specific reaction, and I do not think it is going to be sympathetic toward Brooke. And then Hope gets distressing news on Tuesday, and we know what this is. Brooke tells Hope she did not get the co-CEO position. That photo is so loaded, because that is not a casual meeting. Wednesday has Katie trying to figure out why she is pursuing Hope, and I find this really interesting as a character beat, because it suggests Katie is doing some internal examination about her own motivations. RJ and Zende putting their differences aside for Forrester on Wednesday is also a shift worth noting. Thursday has two spoilers that are both going to be really emotionally charged for very different reasons. Hope demands answers from Steffi and tensions escalate, and finally, because Hope has been patient and diplomatic and asking politely and getting vagueness in return for so long, Hope demanding answers is Hope being done with the gentle approach. Then there's a spoiler photo of Steffi confronting Brooke, and Ridge standing side by side is interesting timing, because it could be Thursday or connected to the broader week's tensions. Steffi standing in front of both of them, her father and his wife, as a unit defending her position is a really visually significant moment. She is not letting either of them manage her separately. She is addressing both of them at once, which is Steffi at her most formidable. And then Elektra learns something shocking on Thursday. And my immediate thought goes to the Remy situation. Because with Dylan managing Remy privately all week, with Charlie potentially back in a security capacity, with Remy lurking around Forrester, something is going to come out. Does Elektra find out Remy has been at Forrester? Now for Friday's spoilers, Hope's career is hanging by a thread at Forrester Creations, which means the Thursday confrontation with Steffi did not go well. Or it went well enough that the truth is now out in the open, that Hope's line is not being protected. Friday also has Will putting his heart out there and making himself vulnerable. And after Elektra learns something shocking on Thursday, and I am emotional about it already, because Will has been patient and wronged and pushed aside for so long in this storyline. He lost a relationship that was taken from him through manipulation. Looking at this week as a complete picture, it is the week where multiple storylines reach their tipping point simultaneously. Charlie being back is also sitting in the back of my mind because his return feels like it is connected to something specific rather than just a nostalgic cameo. Let me know down below which story you're most excited for, and are you Team Zende or Team RJ? Thanks for watching the video, see you next time.